Good morning, good morning, good morning. So sitting here watching two stocks today so far, STRN and TESS. Gonna see what they want to do today. What's up, fat boy? Fat boy, I'm watching STRN and TESS. Very low floats, could give some nice movement on today, but definitely want to see where they want to go. They are a little bit cheaper, a little bit closer to $5, so we'll probably have to wait for a good bottom. But I'm watching them hard. Hmm. Well, I am going to need some more batteries. Thought these were good. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let me find some more batteries. Right. Let's see how that works. There we go. Okay. Trash. All right. Let's see what Fat Boy is talking about. What's up, Lauren? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's go over here. Look at what I got on my watch list. TESS and STRN are sticking out heavy to me. Now, STRN does have more volume. The news on STRN, it had a revenue release report, a 72% increase in gross profit, and expanded margins for the third quarter of 2021. And TESS has Lakeview Investment Group proposes to acquire Tesco, so they're getting acquired by a larger company, I guess. So I don't know which one of these wants to do anything good today, but both of them are low floats and definitely could get spicy. Ed, you said I haven't upgraded yet? Upgraded to what? Hmm. Oh, the Street Smart Edge. Did they change something in Street Smart Edge? Cause mine still, maybe I need to upgrade. I haven't even checked if they have any upgrades or anything. But I will definitely make a point to go and do that. We'll see after. I'll go and check it out. Any kind of upgrades they have after the stream. See what they're talking about. Beside my envelope. Oh my goodness. It says upgrade now. Let me tell you, I do not pay attention to those envelopes up there. Okay, well, yeah, I checked that out. Thank you for calling it out, Ed. Definitely get on that. But yeah, today is looking like that STRN and Tess elbow call. So I'm looking at STRN and I'm seeing that it's it's already extended on the daily chart. I wonder, is that going to be a problem today? Does it need to pull back? Because it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of extension out of this low. So even though it's gapped up just a little bit to the 581, which isn't very far from the previous close of 533, is that going to be a problem? Will it have more reason to come down than not? Let's go over here to Tess. Tess's daily chart. Let's see. The price right now is 645. So 645 is right at this previous top here. Right up there at that previous top. Let me get a price line. Right there is a top, and then it also has one up here at the 805s. But we will see what they want to do. Are you guys watching anything in particular on this morning other than tests and STRN? I see ISIG taking a nice little run down. Had horrible news yesterday, but did make a nice move from the 7s all the way up to the 16. But yeah, that's definitely probably going to come down today. OIS is that oil stock that we were talking about last week, still grinding higher, just grinding higher. It's a 526 down there, oil states. Then we got CFVI, which had a trend here going upwards, but broke that trend down. So if it breaks that 1280, it may get going down. A nice little downtrend. On the daily chart, it is big red from yesterday, but still held above the 12s. But still, that's a big old red day. SYTA leading gapper, but under 200 EMA. SYTA. Let me go see about that one. SYTA. Oh, it is under $5. That's why it is not on my watch list. I do not like trading these because they usually struggle. I want to see them above $5 so that range can open up and they can start moving dollars and not cents. Let's go check on. Let's go and check on its float and everything. SYTA. Short interest decreased by 87%. Okay. Bam, SEC. SYTA, no shelf registrations. No kind of crazy looking news out here. What was the float on that? SYTA didn't have it there. Maybe it'll have it at FinViz. SYTA. No float out here either. SYTA. Somebody's got to have the float, right? Okay, 4.85 million in the float. Very low float, but definitely not within my wheelhouse right now. Let's see, SYTA. What's the news on it? Okay. Mobile 1 million purchase order of ruggedized devices and accessories. 1.3 million purchase, or it receives a purchase from somebody, a order. I don't know how strong that news will be. SYTA, but it's gonna have to compete with STRN and TESS. So we'll see what it wants to do. Will it be a chopper? Will it be able to hold the 5? If it holds the 5, it'll get on here and we'll see it on the scanner later on today. But on this daily chart, let's see, it's down. It has resistance at the 559 there. Has a little bit of resistance. So it's above the 463, but we would like it to hold in this area. Get on up over the 5 and start getting moving. Let's look back at the rest of it. This is a 10-year chart, 10-year daily chart. So kind of looking at the previous resistance points. That 550 has been a resistance point from all the way back here. 819, 1183, head and shoulders pattern right there. Came all the way down here. So we'll see what it wants to do throughout the day. But as of now, I'll put it on. Well, I'll just wait till it comes on my scanner. If it never comes on, if it just falls from the open, I won't touch it. PTOC. I don't know what that thing is. It just popped up on the scanner. It says tomorrow expects to receive up to 4. Wow. The world's weather and climate security platform to go public on the NASDAQ. Tomorrow it's supposed to be receiving some proceeds. Expects to receive 420 million in gross transaction proceeds. Pine Technology pro forma equity value. I guess if you're interested in that, the daily chart definitely doesn't look great. Doesn't have a whole lot of information here. All-time highs is the $10. So trade at your own caution. STRN, let me check that one more time. STRN, does it have a shelf? No shelf registrations. Perspective updated for already effective something there. Let's see what that says. Already effective prospective or prospectus. So no shelf registrations on STRN. STRN's float looking like 6.42 million in the float. STRN. Yeah, same thing over here, 6.42. And what about that short interest? STRN. No data on the shorts. So we'll see what wants to happen on that one. I think it's gonna need to pull back though. Got about 9 minutes to the bell, and the party will start. For some reason, my chart is a little bit cut off. Let me move that over just a little bit. That should fix it. Oh, that's a little bit too far. Okay. That should be good right there. No, I did not stay in ISIG. I just took what I had and just left with the green. Because I had got back to the green and I was not trying to give anything back to ISIG. So I just sold it and moved on with my day. It was one of those that had horrible news but a low float. So, sometimes they go and they're very unpredictable. I tried to play around with it for that breakout. It tested, fake down. So I got out. Tested, fake down. So I got out. Tested, finally went. So sometimes you have to play with them, but it could have easily failed. So that's why I was getting out on those down trends. STRN. Yeah, it was super risky. That's why I was very quick to sell. I just have gotten to the point where I'm like, look, I'd rather walk away, break even, because I think I was down about $55 playing around in that choppiness. And then when it finally went, I was like, all right, I'm back to break even. I'm gonna go ahead and take this profit. And if I can re-enter, I will. But then it was 10:30 and I was like, I'm gonna let it play around by itself because it's just so it can just dump at any moment. But now it's down 23, negative 23 on the day. So definitely going to open up with a $4 loss down here. And yeah, I don't think that's going to be a tradable stock today, especially in competition with STRN and TESS. But we got 6 minutes left, and let's see if we can kind of start finding trends on these stocks. TESS really doesn't have a true trend set up just yet, so it's kind of hard to tell, hey, what this thing's wanting to do. We'll have to wait on that one. STRN, does it have kind of a trend that it's following here? Got a little bit, but that's very hard to kind of draw right there. It's almost a flat trend a little bit. So we'll see what happens on the daily. And if it wants to act right, hey, that'll be great. Four minutes left. I think I got everything I want to watch over here on the watch list. GBT. That one looks kind of dangerous. All right, let's get over here and we'll see what these two want to do. If I see something else pop on the scanner, I'll bring it over. But as of now, I just don't see any kind of trend that I want to draw right now that's noticeable. Test is way under that 200 moving average. So it's definitely got some work to do down here. What about STRN? STRN is right at the 200 moving average up here. So it got a high of the 611s there. Gonna be a wild one today. But definitely gonna wait for some nice bottoms to form, especially on these. I want to see if STRN can actually hold up $5, or will it start to just dump out? STRN. All right, 1 minute left. The SPY is going up right now. Let's see, let's check that SPY in the last minute. So it is trying to get back up there. So we'll see what overall effect that has on everything. 30 seconds left. We'll see if we can find some trends. STRN going on down there. All right, there is the open. STRN, most volume, so we'll watch that one first. STRN trying to get up and out of there, getting bought up right there. Nice little bump out of there. That rip was from the 592 up to the 628. So broke out of the top, but let's see the action now. Let's see if those sellers want to step on this one. All right, sellers looking like they want to get a piece as well. 574 going red on the day. Okay. All right, let's look at tests. Tests with much less movement because of much less volume. So we'll let this one kind of see what it wants to do as well. Got up there and hit that 200 moving average right there, which is the 651. Let's see if it can get some downwards movement as well. We can get a possible trend going here. The 575 down here is the previous, looks like a double bottom there. So we'll look at that for a possible support. 580s, somewhere in there. All right, STRN, huge top and tail on the 15 minutes, so not too interested in that one. Test. This one's moving since, so it's moving just a little bit. Not a super big range. STRN getting buried down there. So test is looking like the one that may be trending upwards on the day, breaking over that 200 moving average there on the daily chart. So we will see what kind of movements it wants to give. Pre-market or aftermarket high was up here at the 725. So that's quite a ways away for the way that it's moving. It may be a grinder on the day, so we'll just have to see what kind of trend it wants to form. Wow, STRN not having any mercy on the longs that bought early. Look at that. Don't want to be a part of that one. All the way back down to the 200 moving average. And this is what I was calling out earlier. This thing is super extended. It had more reason to go down than up. So, you know, glad that I saw that early. Test is pretty much the one that I'll be watching though. Has a bottom here of the 624, so it's 25 cents away from that 624. We'll see if it wants to give red and then maybe come back green and try to push through the 200 moving average. But it does not need to break down too much. Still does not have great volume either. Kind of pausing here. Don't like the way that it's freezing up out of the open. Just a little movement on that first candle, and now it's kind of pausing, so I don't like that. Range getting smaller in the first couple of minutes. SYTA, it did get over 5, so I'm gonna wait for a nice little pullback on SYTA. I'll go ahead and put it out there. And we'll see how this one does as well. Want to wait for a nice little dip. Can it start holding up that $5 level is my question. It's under the 200 moving average. It had a previous pop up there, but gave all those profits back. Popped up to the 971, gave those profits back, and now it's up to the highs here of the 568. So we'll see. It does have a little bit of a trend, but I'm going to wait for an intraday pullback before I look to do anything on that one. A lot of competition out here. STRN biting the dust. So yeah, this thing's up 100%. So definitely look for it to give a little bit of a pullback before I look to even try to get in. Let's see those shorts jump on board. Got room all the way back down to the 450s to check in. Test also making a move, hasn't done an intraday pullback yet. STRN, red on the day. Yeah, I doubt it's going to be able to compete with these other two. Test threw a wick up there, losing out to SYTA. So SYTA is becoming the obvious stock. I just want to see a pullback. $200 moving averages at the 681. So it has not tested that. Has room up there, but it needs to hold up this level as well. The 564 is looking like the previous support level. So we'll see what kind of action it gives around that support level when it pulls back. 560 right there. Because I know those shorts are going to start bumping it down. So the opening range was from the 462, jumped up here to the 631. Well, Lori, it may be the one to blow up, but it seems like it's already blown up and it's slowing down. So we're gonna look for a retest of the highs on this one because it's already blown up, like on weak news. Because it's already broke their pre-market high here, which was the 514, Actually, that may be a support as well. Let me put a support down here on that. Will it come back and test this level? 514. Because that's the previous high. Put that over here on the 15-minute as well. That bad boy is definitely already blown up. All right, test. Slow down a whole lot. STRN, still big red on the day. Bottom was the 528. So that's the first little intraday bottom so far, but we'll see where the first green candle is for this one as well. You show 570 for the 200 moving average. Let me check on my other chart over here. Oh, I forgot to add my study here. 200. Edit my studies at 200. Okay, there we go. And apply. I see 681 on TD Ameritrade as well. Donnell, I see 681 over there, and then I see 681 over here. So I'm seeing 681 on both of my platforms for the 200 moving average. Now you may have the 200 EMA. I have the 200 SMA. I have the simple moving average. You may have the EMA, which is the exponential. SYTA looking like it's ready to take some souls here. Test making its sweet little way up slowly. Has not done an intraday pullback, so I'm not interested in that one. STRN got up there to VWAP, checked in, and looking like it's getting some selling pressure again. So let's see. I need a t-shirt that says the beatings will continue until my crypto position increases. I feel like those will make money. Well, I'm good on my crypto. My crypto is green right now. I've been calling out forever. BTT. Short starting to get on to tests. We'll see how far they want to push it down on the first intraday pullback. Rob told me he's okay with me beating people for money again as long as I'm not screwing people. Yeah, that's the plan, man. SYTA looking real heavy up here. Looking like it's got weights on its feet. It's TRN. Test looking like it wants to do its first intraday pullback as well. So we're gonna see which one of these stocks wants to be the stock on the day. We are 15 minutes into the market and just waiting for some nice little crashes here. Well, STRN already crashed, but it's red on the day, so we're not gonna risk on that one. So how far will it fall? Will it be able to hold the 514 down here? 514 is the previous pre-market high. STRN still looking very bearish. Test looking like it wants to push the highs as well, 685, but just waiting on the intraday pullback on the 15-minute for confirmation. SYTA pumped back up there a little bit. The high is a 631, broke the 631. Will they go ahead and push it back under the sixes now? Very small breakout, huge top and tail. Let's see them break down the sixes here. 611. Come on, shorts. Y'all got this. 612s. See a lot of red on the tape coming through. A lot of selling pressure here. Keep my eye on tests as well. Still grinding up there. Okay. Still wants to go a little bit. Short's not able to push it under the 6. 642. Yep, they're not going to be able to slow it down. Looks like it wants to hit the 200 moving average, which is the 681 is the top. On the daily chart, I mean. See if it taps that 681 and starts to descend. Definitely open up a nice little range. STRN fell in the VWAP again. Test sitting still, losing attention because of SYTA. 650. Can they touch that 681 and then fail? 681 is a 200 moving average. I'm seeing AHI back up here as well, but it is very low volume. Maybe it'll start getting some action I'll add it to the watch AHI. Not that, oh, it's halted. That's why I wasn't moving. Okay, AHI is halted. SYTA hit a high of the 658. It may not even make it to the 200 moving average. It's getting so heavy up here, starting to have a little curl formation. The 15-minute 9 EMA is all the way down here at $5, so it has a lot of room that it can fall. Waiting and watching. Test still pushing up as well. So Test becoming a grinder, but it still has not done a pullback, intraday pullback. So I don't know where the bottom would be on this one. Test finally getting hit right there. Has a bottom there of the 660s, which would be the red, going red on that 15-minute. We'll see how far that wants to drop. SYTA has started its descent as well. So these will be the first intraday pullbacks on the 15-minute, which I was waiting on. Let me see what time this AHI is supposed to open up. AHI is supposed to open up. It halted at the 46.33. So 5 minutes. Wait, it should have been open. 46.33. That time would have been 51. So it's going to be halted a little bit longer on AHI. No intraday pullback. So we'll see if it can start holding this 564 previous support. But on that news that it has on SYTA, I don't know if it'll be able to do it. Just some ruggedized devices. Let me read into this. It's got to be something else that's keeping this thing afloat. So SYTA, vehicle designed specifically for use. Global vendor of push to talk over cellular. Okay. What is causing it to make this big move other than that it's low float? Don't really see any reasoning behind it. All right. So everything wants to just continue grinding up without giving any pullbacks, and I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, Lauren, it's for real. People will pay for crazy stuff. People are so engrossed in social media and everything that shows them every day. I mean, you don't have to go far to see things. See things that will change your life forever. So this one right here on test has a little bit of a trend on the 5 minute if it can hold it up, but I think it's going to break that trend down. Let's see if we can spot any more trends. STRN getting up there. There's a very small trend here, but I don't even know if this one counts. Very small little trend there. Actually, no, it's got an overall trend as well. Let me see what this overall trend is doing. From down here, it's got room, a good bit of room to fall on the overall trend. But looking okay. 606 was that pre-market high that it broke. Support, resistance. But definitely needs those higher lows to start forming. SYTA looking like it's consolidating up here, but I don't think it's consolidating. I think this is shorts gathering for a nice dump. TESS has a little trend line, but looking like it wants to break that trend. Nice little topping tail there on the 15-minute. Woo! Boy, that thing opened up and oh my gosh. I'm glad I wasn't looking at that. So this one was the one that was halted, 10-minute halt. Stopped at 650, popped up to the 778, now down to the 638 and halted again. So not looking too good there. A lot of devastation right there. So let me go ahead and take that one off because that is dangerous. All right, STRN still getting up. Where is your trend gonna be? I want to use this intraday bottom as the new trend. So once it comes down and makes a new bottom, that'll be the trend instead of this little short trend like. Oh boy. SYTA, if it wants to pump even higher now, um, I mean, the fall on this one's going to be kind of great because it's trying to get up there and touch that 200 moving average of the 681. High 668. Telling you, if it touches that 681, it's going to get so much rejection. Oh my goodness. Test has a nice little downtrend we can kind of see now. So trend line here. Let it fight that. And it's got this smaller trend line here till it forms a new trend for us. STRN, will it make a new higher low? 527 was the intraday low. SYTA looking, man, I'm telling you, this is a trap. If it touches that 681, it's gonna take lives today. This is a trap. Still waiting on the intraday pullback on tests. STRN barely green on the day. Red on the day will be 579. It needs to hold the 579s up. BBIG seems good. BBIG. A little bit cheaper, smaller range. Let's see what it came from. Came from the bottom. 260. Jumped up 20 cents. Yeah. Okay, there's a little slam there. Looks like STRN getting a nice little slam festival in here. Waiting. These are the first intraday pullbacks, and it's still not wanting to pull back. So I cannot do anything with it. And test looks good. But I don't know. This trend may hold it. May have to wait and see if this 9 EMA can enter the trend and it can start just holding in this trend for a new move up. But right now, not trusting it. STRN going back red on the day. The 570, or I thought it was 579. 580. 580 break is the 581. Somewhere in there is the red. So we're now a full 34 minutes into the market. Things kind of shot up. Didn't really give any intraday pullback, so we're going to have to see what they want to do. Let's look at the SPY as well. SPY making its way up. Will it start the dump or no? Had a nice little move from the 463 all the way up to the 466. SYTA finally giving a dump. Little bit of a dump. SYTA, if it breaks down to 595, it could get going down quite a bit. 595 level is the last tested area that was a red candle. See what that wants to do. But none of these are up super big since they're open though. SYTA is only up 1%. STRN is now down under 1%, going red. TESS isn't even up 1%. So these moves aren't super what we usually like to see. We like to see those things get up and go like 10%, be up out of the open. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing some slowing down here. So yeah, we're staying safe on the day, looking for some nice entries, looking for some trends to set up. CFVI is definitely coming back into play. It's got a nice little trend here. Right there, 1308. That needs to be moved a little bit. So we got a confirmed trend there, but it's still red on the day, so we got to be careful with that because it can definitely dip on us. SYTA not looking too good now. These bars are starting to overlap each other a lot, getting a little tighter. All right, CFBI making a nice little move out there. We'll see if it can just hold this trend. Big rip out and then back down. So this move is from the 1280 up to the 1352. We'll continue watching it for CFVI. Just holding this trend nicely. Okay, CFVI getting on up there. So let's see, what kind of downtrend are you fighting? Got up here to the 16s. Okay, so we'll see if it can come down and start holding in these levels and continue to hold this uptrend. Got up through there. Will it fall back in here and make a higher low? TESS finally dipping on down. First intraday pullback, lost a lot of volume. Whole lot of volume there. ISIG has halted again. Oh wow, did it come back up a little bit? Came back up a little bit. Let's go look at ISIG. Still big red on the ISIG. Still big red on the day. Red on the day would be the 1093. So 1093 is down here somewhere. Let me put that as a support line. Needs to hold that 1093. If it cannot, may not be looking too good. 1093, 1094. Okay, 1093. All right, so we'll see what that's doing. Anybody else? ISG, PTOC. Okay, SYTA coming on down. STRN, very choppy one to the sell side. It's getting some buying pressure, but I don't know if it wants to stay up. Still very close to going red on the day, so I'm not too intrigued by that. CFVI still piling up. Was that a double top? Nope, popped that double top. Looks like it actually wants to play ball. So we'll be watching CFVI as well. Up to 14. Test gave a big dump down there. So Test losing out to some of these other bigger movers. But CFVI is looking the best for a nice little pullback and an entry on a dip. Test not looking good on the daily chart at all now. It just needs to break down to 623, which it is cents away from. So let's focus. STRN also gave a nice little dump. STRN, it is fighting a trend here from the high, pushing on down there. Okay. SYTA also looking like it wants to dump. First pullback on the day of the 15 minute. Not looking good at all. CFVI still wants to play ball. So we're just watching and waiting now. I thought I added ISG over here. ISIG. Okay, ISIG did take a dump. This 1094 level is the level that I wanted to see it hold. But, and that would be red on the day, 1090. And emailing Eric. Okay. All right. SYTA going on down. STRN. So CFVI, man, it's the one looking like. Everything else is looking like failure. Lot of fake in and bull traps on today. Don't want to get caught in those. I'm thinking ISG wants to go on down for the day, so I'm not gonna watch that one. Test came down to the trend, tried to come back above the trend. Has 1 minute left on this candle, so it'll be closing lower. So definitely got some more lower potential in it. SYTA also has that lower potential to break down a little bit. Oh, also, let me see. SYTA, do you have a trend yet? Little bit. Let's see if this trend can hold here. Right through here. That means it has room down to maybe the $5 today. STRN trying to get back out of there. test breaking on down. CFVI, man, giving a nice little pullback, but man, this thing is so extended. It's probably gonna need multiple bars of pullback and consolidation. But right now, it did break out of the trend, and it just needs to hold. The 1350 is looking like the spot to stay out of that downwards trend. 1350. So we'll see if it can come down and test those levels. STRN going big red on the day, following that downwards trend. Pushing on down there, breaking that 650 level. Anything else popping up here? Nothing else looking viable. SYTA popping off that bottom a little bit, but still think that thing's got some pulling back to do. Or maybe it'll just consolidate here, but I doubt it. Look at the trend. The trend's all the way down here at the $5, so I'm not willing to take that risk. FBI. Test coming on down to that bottom trend. Will it go ahead and break it down? Previous bottom here is a low of the 630. If it breaks that down, I'll go ahead and take it off the list because it's probably going to be done for the time period I'm trading. CFVI still does not want to pull back down and give a lower check-in there. Okay. Okay. Test coming down here. Continue to look like it wants to break this trend down. SYTA, get a nice little bull trap. So now all it needs to do is break this 578 for a nice little short squeeze down to this trend line. So I'll wait on that and then see if I can get a rebound above this trend line as long as it holds the trend. Because it's got room all the way down here. That's almost $1 that I don't want to lose, trying to hold it. CFVI finally giving a little dip. We'll see what the action is above this downtrend. Can it hold this downtrend up? Okay. Test. Test getting bought off that level, but it's okay. I'm going to let that play. See if it can finally break down this level because it just doesn't have enough volume to compete with some of these other ones. CFVI finally pulling back. Nice big old pullback there. $650 probably going to become some major resistance up here. Let's see what happens if it hits 650. Test holding up quite a bit. Risk right now would be the 40s, 640s. Not too interested because that daily chart still looking ugly. CFVI pulled all the way back up there. So it did not complete a full pullback. So we'll see how this candle closes. See that action at the 650 real quick. Can they push it up to the 650 and get those shorts happy? Maybe it won't even make it to the 650. Boy, a lot of resistance. Yeah, but this one continues to hold the trend. It'll be looking okay. Got room down here to the 640s. Love to see another move down though. A test of maybe the 655, 650 level. $650 snapback. Let's see the 650 snapback. Can we get it? Got up there and touched the high of the 649. Couldn't even get the 650. Let's see what it does. 650s got a touch. Will those shorts get here? Okay, 650, a little bit of rejection. 654, can it snap back below the 650s? New high is a 668, broke out there. Will it go back under the 650 here? It's got the 681. Remember the 681 was a 200 moving average. It's right up here in this area. Got up to the 672. Test finally looking like it wants to break the trend. CFVI still not giving a confirmation above for me. All right. Yeah, CFVI, man, that thing, it gave a pullback for a nice little dip entry, but I'd rather buy on consolidation for the move higher. This isn't really consolidation. It popped down, but not enough for me. I was looking for a nice little red 15-minute candle to enter on. STRN. Okay, so almost back under the 650 level where I thought it was going to snap hard back to, but it didn't. But it's working its way slowly back under the 650. We'll see if the shorts can actually get it there. CFVI, big pullback there. Like I said, didn't give any kind of good entry, so you would have had to take quick profits. That was for a quick trade, but I'm not looking to scout. What was this move out? From the 14.15 up to the 14.34. Nice little 15-cent rip, but I'm looking for a little bit more than that. I want more of the move. SYTA getting on under that 650 like I've been calling. Let's see this red move. Got plenty of room down to this trend line. Trend line right now is about this 519 area. Looking real heavy up here. Looking for that break of the 650, breakdown of the 650. Yeah, I'll be willing to buy on that one closer to the trend. CFVI threw another wick down there, 1367. I want to see at least one red candle close up here because I'm not trusting this thing throwing these wicks like this. 650 finally coming back into play for the shorts. They're going to probably push it down here. Get a nice little push. There it is. Finally getting the break there. So closer to the trend, I'll be interested in it. For a retest of that 680, as long as it doesn't break down this trend. Tests. Throwing some fire up there off the trend line. Right now, this would be a 25-cent risk on tests. But tests, that volume though, is still competing with these other two. STRN getting a little pull up as well. So still tests and SYTA still the prominent movers. Just riding that trend right there. Let's see, daily resistance. Got a little bit of daily resistance. Lost 25 cents off the high, which isn't that much for tests. Being a low float like it is. STRN coming back and testing that downtrend again. Flattening out as well. So if it can hold up this trend line again, the 650s, taps down there again, I may be looking at this one, but as of now, the 200 moving average is at the 650. So if it breaks that down again, it's not going to be looking good if it holds under the 650. It also has this downtrend that it is fighting against from here. Right there. If I can get it straight. Right there. So again, another little trend there. So we're seeing these trends. STRN failed off the trend. Keeping a nice little downwards motion. CFVI. This one has a lot of room that it can fall. Especially if it breaks this double bottom, or is this a double bottom? Low 1367, 1368. If it breaks this level, 1365-ish, It's gonna have a nice little run on down. SYTA needs to break down the 625 level here. Push through that will be further weakness. STRN just struggling to keep a green day. Double top on test. Want to see it test this trend line. At this point, the trend line is at the 645. See if it continues to hold that trend. Did I read the news on Tess? Tess. Tess is getting bought by somebody else. Let me see. Much is no. 750 per share. Investment group proposes to buy Tesco Technologies. Yeah. So they're getting bought by Lakeview. LGVN popping out. Let's go look at that. LGVN. It's only up 2%. But I guess it is moving pretty big. And then the volume is absolutely horrible. So yeah, not looking at that. Not on my scanner, so not touching it. SYTA. Just needs to dump through that 625. I like Test, the way it's looking. And I can risk off the trend line if it comes back and tests again above this. So it'll be a low risk little trade there. CFVI finally looks like it wants to come down. Look, breaking down that 1375 and then bouncing there. STRN trying to get up there and test that trend line again. Getting knocked down again. They do not want to see this one above 6 yet. SYTA getting ready to break down the 625 here. Yeah, that sounds good, Daniel B. Too bad the stock market doesn't make noise. STRN, CFVI. This is a nice pattern here. So the bottom here is the 659. Got a nice little uptrend. I don't know if it can break. It can get back up to the pre-market highs, but I just want to see it hold this uptrend if possible. Got a little micro trend in here as well. Smaller trend inside of the trend. Right there. So we'll see what that wants to do as well. That's why TA getting on down. Tests, I literally looked away for a second. It broke that micro trend, but it still has the overall trend. I'll let it test that and then look to see if it can hold these levels. But it looks good. CFBI looks like it wants to go on another warpath. Will this be another snatch down like these previous ones? This is the head and shoulders, looks like. Shoulder right there at the 14.16 head, and then a shoulder here at the 14.17 if it doesn't get over that. So I am not interested in that move right there. Nice little head and shoulders. Test, if it can hold the 650s is where I'm interested. SYTA trying to get ready to go for another one. The high here is what, the 650 break. Not too interested in that. STRN getting up there and testing that trend again. Continues to fail that $6 level. Breaking it now. Okay. So now we have an actual trend line here that we can use. Getting pushed on down there. One Life, you said, what am I smoking? Well, it looked like a Head and Shoulders. It's breaking it now. Let's see what it wants to do. Is this a real shoulder? Will it start dipping here through the 14, 15? Break that down. He said, what am I smoking? Oh my goodness. All right, test. Just flattening out here. Love to see it test that 650 area one more time and hold. SYTA. Getting real tight here. Real unpredictable. STRN did fail to do the trend line break and hold. And like it's trying to get some downwards movement there against that trend. Is this a double top? High of 1420, high of 1420. Is it going to break this? It looks like it's getting a little buying pressure. Can we see those 15s, 16s, 17s? There's a 15s, 17 popped off real quick. Looks like it wants to go. It can do it. It's just really weak right now. All right, test. Did get down there and test that bottom level. 649 there. I do like it. Today for a break. Let's see, it's got 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left on this candle. Just riding the trend, 650. Let this candle close because I'm not too sure about it. SYTA. Looking for this thing to break down the 630s, 635 and continue red. STRN back red on the day. CFVI just could not get anything going. Test is the one that I'm watching. I like this trend that is following 650 level. If it can stay above this will be a 20-cent risk on this one. Yep. Liking it, liking it, liking it. Down here. Another test on that 650 will be my risk level. Giving it some time though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this trade. 650 level holds. Because it definitely looks okay here for a break. All right, entered there. As long as it holds the trend. Trend is a 643. So 644 is my risk level right now. And where's my positions? All right, so 640s is where I'm going to risk here. 650. Give it a little bit of playroom. Let's see. Yeah, 635 be my out. Sell 635. If it comes down there, I'll be out. But as of now, it looks too good in this wedge pattern. The next one, SYTA, still going sideways, still getting tight. But we will see. I just like the way it's holding this trend, and it's a very low risk trade for me. So I like it. Oh, Street Smart Edge, my bad. Street Smart Edge, GD called out. Okay. Yeah, so I entered right here on this it held this trend here. My entry price is the 675. I want to see if it can break up here. If it can, great. If it can't, my out is at the 635. So I'm risking right around 40 cents on this one. Okay, STRN continue going down. CFVI, those wicks got me real scared on that one. SYTA could not get through the 200 moving average, but TESS is above the 200 moving average, so I think it's got more potential to go up than the other one. And I'll be moving my stop up as we go, if possible. STRN breaking on down. I guess I can remove that one. Remove STRN, focus in on these three. See, this one has such big pullbacks. Look, that's not safe, man. I like having my training wheels on. SYTA has definitely closed down its range. But TESS, I'm in on and just gonna let it ride for a little bit. See if I can move my stop anymore. The next stop will be the 650. Just needs to hold the 650, which would be a 40-cent risk for me. So if it can break this upward trend line, I'll move it up to the 650 on my stop. Shorts trying to get on it. Want to see those 81s start to hold. SYTA, we should see some attention falling off of this one and maybe coming over here to TESS. If TESS can hold those 80s. Plenty of volume per candle, 500,000 shares per candle. A daily chart, high of the 7s. Looking for those 80s to start the hold for this break. Look at that volume coming in right there. Nice little buying volume. Can they push it over this high of the 88 is the question. Okay, so as of now, the trend is at the 650. I'll be moving up momentarily if this one wants to continue to push out of this level. $683s. Can we get that nice break of that top? $688s. Be moving up to $650 momentarily. but I want to see the action up here. 650. Yeah, 650 is my next move spot for my out. Needs to break though. It's not need to play around here too much. Looking like a double top on the 15 high of the 89. 89 needs to break that 89. Can we get those 90s up there? $690, 693 is right there. Can we get a continuation through that top trend line? Or is that all it's wanting to give us? Looking for the break of the 7, if possible. We have a pre-market high up there of the 725. So as of now, I'm going to move my stop up to the 650s. That will be a 25-cent risk. These 50 shares. Want to see it stay above that. $6.49. Just giving it some time up here. Nice little flat pattern. Possible wedge break. As of now, the trend is at the 657, so it's 7 cents away from my stop. So it's a little bit of room for it to play around if it wants to. All right, SYTA, just not looking as good as it once was, but still not looking horrible. 15 minutes break of the 641. Okay, CFVI ended up going down, so I removed that one. SYTA, do I want to give it a shot? It's been consolidating here. I'm going to allow this candle to close, then I'll think about what I want to do with it. SYTA. Anyway, we still have room down here. Now the trend is all the way up here to the 550s on SYTA. So there's a little bit of a flat top through here at the 650. So this is our resistance. Then there's a little micro trend in here. This was the first pullback, and then we have a micro trend, so it doesn't have much to break down. So I just continue watching that as well. Anything else on the charts? What is this? Look at this thing, DAOOU, Crypto One Acquisition Corp. I think there might be a IPO or something. TRN. CFVI, still giving opportunities. CFVI. See, SYTA still looking like it can give some nice moves to the upside. But we're going to give it a little bit of time. It did open up again red. So I got to give that some time. Let's see what we got here. SYTA coming on down. Is it time to move my stop again on test? Test getting up and out of there. Right now the trend is at the 660. Failing that upward trend line right there. So let's see, 657 would be the stop if it were to run down there real quick. But I'm going to give it some time to play. Definitely off of this trend line now. So 650, 660. I'll go up 10 cents every time it breaks. If it breaks out. Okay, SYTA still doing its thing down here. 631 could give a retest of that top of the 652. So a break over this high of the 636. Play it small. 636 for some green here over the 36. Let's see if it can get me. And then I risk this bottom of the 615 ish area, 610, 605 ish area. If it can't get me in here, I just want a retest of this top. I'll be out at the 605 on these small shares. In there, selling at the 605, letting it play. See how much green it wants to give. It's tried to do this multiple times. Bottom here is a 619 will be the move up spot if it can push. So looking for a little bit of a push through here. Took small share size because I'm not too comfortable with this one. So 615 coming into play for me on this one. Can we get that 615 break? Looking a little heavy there. The micro trend here is 608. 608 for exit. Looking for it to go. If it breaks this micro trend, I'll get out because I don't want to get caught getting drugged down here to the big downtrend. So waiting on it. Can it get that push up here to the 650s? If it does, I'll move my stop up to the 625. CFVI, too many wicks. I'm done with that one. I don't even want to see that one no more. If it can push, great. Plenty of volume behind it. Just needs to push this high of the 642. Can we see those 640s? Okay, 610 becoming the new out on the trend, micro trend. 610, I'll exit on this trend. Okay, nice. Can we get through that high of the 650? And then 625 will be the next move. Like it's getting a little weak there. If it breaks that micro trend, I'll be out. Because it's looking like it's finding some resistance up there. What is happening down here at Test? Test came back down. Trend is at the 650. Looking for Test to continue moving through those levels if possible. This one breaking down. Glad I only took small share size. Was looking for it to push, but not getting that push. So 610 is the spot I'm going to be out. Small share size. All I wanted to do is see it touch that 650. That was my first target. Looking for that push back into the 40s and 50s. Okay, see some green on the tape. But still weak up here. All right, so the bottom here is the 620. So I'll put it at the 619 for a stop out if it fails to go here. Looking for that push into the 40s. We are not seeing it. Had plenty of time. So I'm going to go ahead and get real impatient. Go ahead and put it into the 619. If it can go, it needs to go now. On this candle, do not come back down and show me red, because I will be out. Red on this candle would be the 630. So I'll move it up to the 620 to lock in 10 more cents if it fails here. Yeah, I don't like this. All right, I'm gonna put it at the 620 because I'm feeling a rip down coming. Throwing a little wick up there, but could not push through itself. Looks like a double top, or not a double top. Just needs to break the 56 here, if possible. This low is the 646. So moving up to the 30s, locking in 10 cents. And just in case it wants to rip down, and that'll be a 6-cent risk if I move to the 30s. Because it's real heavy here. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up to the 30s. 6-cent risk right there. Got me out. All right, so I am okay with that. Did not like that failure right there. That's why I was like, yeah, it's getting a little slow right here. Still got this micro trend. I would like to see a retest of it because, yeah, it should have went. Test, what are you doing up here still? Trend line is right now at the 660 something. So we'll see if any buying pressure comes through there. 649. But very low risk trades today. Test. Test kind of holding up here. Do I want to add to this position? It's holding right above the trend. I could add on the break above the 684. 684 right there. Which I might end up doing. But this 15-minute, I want to make sure this 15-minute isn't going to break down. All right, so this one, trying to get back up. Will it go back red? 628 is red for it. This is 3 failures up here. SYTA. Okay, getting bought up there a little bit. 5 minutes still looking questionable. Let's see, 625. This will be another little position. Not really trusting it. But I can risk this 621 as of now. There'll be a 20-cent risk. It's got 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Giving it a little bit of time. Continue to get bought there. I don't know if there's shorts entering for this breakdown of this trend or what, because 614 is the break of the trend. Got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. High break would be a 657. It's failed this place multiple times, so I really am thinking this thing wants to go down a little bit. But we will see. Can it break down to 630s? Getting bought up just a little bit there. So unpredictable. Want to see if we can snap through that 625. Hmm. Okay, 630 is breaking down. Will it finally snap through this micro trend and start working its way down to the macro? CFVI. Still not looking totally done. Had a nice little pullback here. I may play this one small for a move back up real quick. So yeah, I'm gonna take right here, small share size. Looking for some green to add one more time. Nope, not giving it to me. Let's see if it'll pop back up. Nope. Coming down to that trend right there. I'm in only small share size. Just looking for that pop back through. Top side is the 1373. Should give a pop back through. 1350 is holding up there. I'm not going to add to this one. It just needs to hold up the 1326. Well, not going to add to this one yet. Say that. Give us one more move back up. But I'll be out if it breaks down this level. Test looking like it wants to go higher. Right now the trend is at 660, so I'll be looking to move it up in a little bit, but right now I'm in good positioning on that one. I think riding that little trend. Okay, SYTA, you looking like you want to go and try for a new one. Let's see, this low is a 625. I'll give it a little try. I mean, let's see, 624. Huh. Yeah, I'll give it a little try through here. But if it can't go, I'll go ahead and jump out on the break of this micro trend, 617. Just don't trust this one. Break. Okay, added a little bit. Oh, missed that one. Missed that ad. Missed that ad completely. Will it dip down just a bit? Give me an entry. Taking that entry right there. So I'll risk the bottom 638. 630 breakdown on these shares. If it wants to go higher, great. But I'm not about to get caught in this one. Want to see a break. Let's try this multiple times. Not seeing it, not seeing it. But it is holding up. Breakdown of the 630s, I'll be out. CFVI, it popped back up here a little bit. I'm gonna add there a little bit and use this as my risk level, 1341. And see if it can't get up here. At least back to the 1360s. See if it can be a nice sporadic stock, or will it stop me out here? Stop me out there. I'm okay with that. SYTA did explode out of there. Still gonna hold those shares. Right now, 639 will be my out. So I'll be getting out down here and I'll just hold those shares. Test is also moving up as well. Threw a little wick up there. I think it still wants to go up. Let's see. So this is the second time it's been up here. I think it can go ahead and break. Top side is the $7. Getting a nice little, getting poppy there. Right now, the trend is at the 671. So I can reduce my risk here, bring this up to the 660. $50 shares, 660. So now just risking those 10 cents. If it can't move up any higher. SAT still moving up. Maybe it'll be able to hold above the 200 moving average here. 650 is the next stop point, but I'll let it pull back to see what it wants to do here. It just sat there on that flat top for quite a bit. I was like, man, and it wasn't breaking down the micro trend. So I'm looking for this thing to push up above the up above $7 and start to hold. CF still holding down here, not looking like it wants to test back up. So I'm gonna let that one close and see. Oh, it's already popping up. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for. You can risk here 13. Have the first 5 minutes happen on this one? Not yet. 1334. Can it start getting held up here? Okay, I'm gonna enter a little bit here and then a little bit more for another retry of this. 1330s, I'll be out. Giving it another retry here. 1330 sellout. Looking to see if it can retest anything up here. At least, I mean, it fell quite a bit. So at least maybe a test to the 1370s would be nice. Okay, SYTA. At this point, break even, I'll just hold break even 639, 640 area, 645 to keep it green. Hmm. 645 just to keep it green. And then CFVI, waiting for it to come back up and test at least VWAP. Because I know those buyers want it up just a little bit. It did touch that 681 that was the fear point at first, because 681 was a 200 moving average. So just seeing if it can hold up there. This one, big slam down, but I'm not scared. I'm going to look to, as long as it holds this trend, let's see, the trend up here is the 672. I'll continue to hold it. 660. Okay, what are we doing here? All right, stop me out again. Small. SYTA. Still getting up there. We'll see if it can break the sevens. Ugh. 702, 709s. Very quick pop out there. So I need to be moving my stop up to the 650, 675 is what I'm willing to give back. But I'm going to keep this as a green trade. 675. If it comes back below that, then I'll just be out. Looking for it to continue possibly. This one not holding the 7 up there. May take some off of this one, because that top and tail does not look friendly. Yeah. All right. I'm going to half this position. I want to sell over the sevens though. Can we see 701 one more time? 699, 7. Can we see above the 7? 699. Can we get that 701 up there? We cannot. $701. Oh, there's 702. Oh, never mind. I'm not selling. Forget that. But I will move it up to break even 660, 675. 674 will be my break even exit. It is giving me time to get out though. Wanted to see if it can go up there and start holding over that 6. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I think I'm good right here. If it slams down, oh well. I'm right on my exit. So I won't lose much. SYTA still piling up as well. I think I'm going to move this down to the 650, 660. Because it just doesn't make sense to play that close. On this one, I'm already green. So I sell at that 660 level breakdown, but I'll continue to hold and see where it leads me. Can it go any higher? This one crashed down there. So not able to hold that top of the 706. Very scary movement here. But I'm just going to hold it throughout the day. If it wants to continue up, great. If not, oh well. SYTA. I'm not going to be able to manage these positions. So I'm going to go ahead and close these positions. Do I want to hold these? I'll hold them. I'll hold them. Especially this one. It's already small. So let's see. 642. So yeah, 650 breakdown. I jump out of this one. I'm not going to be able to manage it. So I'm just going to put a stop in here and just come and check on it throughout the day. And then this other one, test, be the same kind of deal. I just don't want it to break my break even, my entry price. 675, so 680 will be the stop out point on that one. I'll let that play throughout the day, as long as it holds that up. CYFV or CYVI continues to show me a little pressure here. I like it. Can we see those 25 start to hold? We can use this as a bottom, the 1313. Can we see the 23s on there? I'll add 23, add it. 25, add it again. All right, there we go. Now the bottom is the 1312. 1310 is where I'll get out, and I'll hold this one as well in small share size on that one and sell at the 1310 down here if it wants to crack me out. All right, so those are my trades for today. I'll be holding those very low risk trades overall. We'll see what they want to do. And yeah, that's about it for today. I'm going to close it down. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll update you later. Like I said, the stop on CFVI will be the 1313. Stop on SYTA is the 649, right under the 650. Stop on TESS is the 680. So all of these are green trades as of now. Just going to see how much they want to go up. But anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Lauren, EB, One Life, Donnell, GD, Fat Boy, everybody. Let's see who else. Lori, everybody that tuned in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, you can think about subscribing. But I'm going to let these play out through the day. I need to get out of here. And I will see how these land. All right. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Check out Framework Fortune. You check out that and you'll pretty much be filled in with anything. If you have any questions to ask or any kind of, I don't know, inquiries, you can do it over there on frameworkfortune.com. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. If you're going to continue trading, be careful. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.